Okay, here we have the arc. We talk about the arc as yesterday class, right? Okay. You have any doubts? Anyone? Any doubts? किसी को कोई doubts है? Okay. Then, if you have no doubts in previous classes, then we start the point option. Okay. Yes, you did the point option, right? Okay. Come to that here. Suppose I make a line and then make anything. Suppose there's a line. I'll enter and I make a circle. I make a rectangle. Whatever you want to do here. If you make a line at 100 mm, okay, this is your object. Okay, points. Come to the points option. Shortcut of points is PO. Okay, what the points do? Is the simple thing for using doing applying the points on your object and your marking. Okay, if you want to mark anything in this process, suppose here you want to marking the center point, geometric center, anything you can want to mark, then what you do, just write here is a PO, enter, and then click on this part, trace your center point and then mark it. Okay, and then you show a small dot. Okay, I think someone show that, someone not. Okay, but how can we show this point? Also, we have the one option for showing this point right here is your point style manager. This shortcut is P type. So right here in command line is P type, and then hit the enter. This will be shown as a point style. Okay, and in this portion we have the multiple option of point style. Suppose I want to take this type of point style. Okay, and then click on OK. Then what will happen? Here we got the point. Okay, point is only used for the giving the marking. Okay, not used for creating object. It's used for giving the marking of any way. Okay, any portion. Okay, suppose I want to give the marking. Okay, PO enter, and then I want to give the marking at the position of 5. Just add the enter the 5. Then what you guys here? Here we got the 5. In this portion we got the marking of 5 on distance of the 5 mm. Okay, just for using the marking, and then for on behalf of this marking you can create anything right here. Okay, suppose you want to create the circle by use of this marking, just click on it and then click this circle right here. Okay, okay, this is just used for marking for further uses, right? When we use the PO enter, okay, and then marks anywhere, okay, and then hit the when we mark one time, then what will happen here? We got only one mark, okay, at a time. Well, again we enter your commands, okay, write the commands, and then again you can mark the points. But if you want to mark a multiple points at a time, okay, if you want to mark a multiple point at a time, then what you do, just here we can select your multi-points option. Okay, in this section we click on this part, then here we got the multi-point option also. Okay, and then if you don't find out here, then you can also write here is a multi-point. Okay, multiple point, and then here we got the multiple points right here. Okay, uh, here we got the multiple points. Click on the multiple points, and then what will happen? If you want to apply the multiple one anywhere, just click on it, and then you got a multiple points. Okay, and if you want to enter it, then what will happen? Your points will be, and then if you don't got here, then what you do, just use the escape also. Okay, if you don't come out from the command, then escape button is also used. Okay, this is a simple multi-point, right? Okay. Okay, this is simple multi-point. Okay, if you want to apply the multi-points and single points, then you can use this part right here. That's clear. Okay, come to the part is regeneration. Regeneration is used for, suppose here I want to apply the points in behalf of this part. Okay, suppose here I want to apply this part, then what you show here, this point is larger than this point. And then if you come closer, then what will happen? This point is your show much their size, and this point is shows smaller size. But here I use a pointer command and apply the point. Then how can we regenerate? Just use a regeneration, RE, enter. Then what will happen? All the points are will convert into same size. Why? Because this size will be changed in each and every changing of the zoom in, zoom out option. Okay. And then what will be happen? Once you do RE enter, if you have the small size of thing, then you can use the RE enter, and then small size you can use it. Suppose say I want to show this, then RE enter. Then this will be points is source. Okay. And then when we use the P type here we have the pointer size. Pointer size is 5%. Here, what's the pointer size is? 5%. Okay. It's actual window size of your actual window size of the 5%. It's carry. Okay. And then if you want to increase it and make larger, then you can use increase your percentage also. Okay. But here this is work on only on for Windows. If you zoom out, then if you regenerate it, then what they have by pointer size will be increased and show as a 5% of actual size of your window. This will be appear, this will be shown in your screen right now. Okay. When we resize again the screen, and then here I use the RE enter, then this point shows like that. Right? Okay. By use of this way, you can resize your points also. Okay. And you have the small size of the object. You can also mark the points. If you have the large size of the object, then you can also mark the point. Okay. It doesn't matter how which size you can use. Okay. That's clear. Just clear all of you. Yes or no? सभी को समझ में आ गया? हम पॉइंट्स की यूज करते हैं फॉर मार्किंग, मार्किंग के लिए पॉइंट्स यूज करते हैं, एंड देन उसकी साइज को बड़ा छोटा हर किसी के अकॉर्डिंग देना है तो आप रीजनरेट का यूज करोगे, आरई एंटर करके, ठीक है, जिससे आपकी ऑब्जेक्ट विंडो के साइज के अकॉर्डिंग वो रीजनरेट हो जाएगा, मतलब री साइज हो जाएगा। ओके क्लियर? चलो आगे चलते हैं। नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन इज जो डिवाइड। अब ये डिवाइड क्या करता है? डिवाइड इज ऑल्सो यूज फॉर द इक्वल नंबर ऑफ सेगमेंट मार्किंग। ओके, दिस इज ऑल्सो यूज फॉर गिविंग द मार्किंग, राइट? If you want to mark your objects here, अगर मुझे यहाँ पे भी मार्किंग लगानी है, 10 मार्किंग लगानी है इस लाइन के ऊपर, then what you do? For this way, we can use a divide, div. Div is a shortcut of divide, and then what you do is just hit the enter first, select the object, okay, and then hit the enter, and then right here is the number of segments. I want to number of segments is 10, and then hit the enter. What will happen? This is not the divide the line. This is apply your points at 10 points apply at same size. Okay, this is your size. Okay, this is your point. If you want to apply this here and then want to apply in the circular part, then what you do, just use a divide here also, div divide, and then select the object, and then right here is the number of points, and then what will happen here? Each and equal size have to apply here is a same point, and then if you apply the points, then you got the points, and then you can make anything else here. Suppose you want to make a circle, line, anything, you can do it by use of this way. Okay, that's clear. Okay, suppose here I want to make this line for this point to this point. It's easy to me to create this point to point. Okay, and then I don't want to apply the any angle, anything by use of this way. Okay, if you want to do this thing, because I apply here is a line, right? And then I opposite points I make, and then I make this circular option, right? Right? Okay. By use of this way, you can create this of type things, okay? And easily I can create it. I don't need to here to show this is angles, because I divide this in form of in same in equal distance, right? Okay, it's equal distance and equal angle right here. Okay. Come to the next part is your measure. Measure is also used for the applying the marking, but in behalf of measurement. Here we don't use the measurement, we use a divide option. Okay, same divide option. This is all according to calculation here already applied here, but here we can apply the measurement, and then how many points will be applied but on behalf of the measurement. Suppose here I use a ME for measure, and then enter. First of all, select the object. Okay, then light here is a specify length of the segment. Suppose I take the length is 20 mm, and then what will happen for the 20 mm? If this is find out, and then this will be applied. There is a 5 points. Okay, and then identify how many points will be applied here is 5 points, right? Okay, for this way. And then if you apply here, then he can, or according to this equivalent, you can calculate it and then apply it here. Okay, that's clear. Okay, this is a point and measure, divide and measure. Okay, I think this is clear to you, all of you. Okay, come to the next part is here is donuts. What is donut is? Donut is a object. Okay, you know about the donut also. Okay, आप सभी को donut के बारे में तो पता ही होगा क्या होता है. You see that a donut, and
The
then
point size
yeah,
small.
also said as a mendu vada.
How
Okay,
to reduce point size?
yeah. Here we have the donut option. Okay, and then here we have the hollow circle inside it, and after outside is your circle is filled. Okay, what you do for donuts, just use a do enter. Donut shortcut is do enter. First of all, specify inside diameter of the donuts. What's the inside diameter? I check it here is 25, and then outside diameter is I check is 2050. Then what will go here? Here we got this part. Okay, right? And apply here point. This is my donut. Where you want to apply this point, then you got this there. Okay, this is a donut where we have to fill this star. This is my outer circle, and this is my inner circle, and this inner circle is my hollow. Okay, if you want to show the hollow parts section, then you can use it. And if you want to show the this type thing, suppose you show is plates. Suppose here grinding plate. Okay, and then wants to do 50 mm is my 5 mm distance, and then here I take the 50 mm. Then here this is part of the grinding plate you can show here, and this is your small hole where we can right here is you can use here. You can use as a right chairs and any options. Okay, we can mount it any grinding machines, okay, and any motors right here by use of this way. Okay, that's clear. You can make a flat for things. Okay, by use of this donut option. That's clear. Okay. Come to this part of next is your this is simple donut. Then click is your next part is your wipeout. Wipeout means that you clear all the image. मतलब छुपाना. Wipeout means that you uh, it's your back to side. Okay, you make a something में समझ दो कि छुपाना. छुपा दो आप इसको. ठीक है. This is your call wipeout, and wipeout option will come here. Okay, this is your wipeout option. Okay, and then if you want to wipe out, just click on wipeout, and then click first point and see that what the wipeout is, and then I click on this part and then hit the enter. Then what will happen? मैंने एक पर्दा बाहर सामने से लगा दिया. Okay, I use the sheets for outside of the circle, and then above the circle, and then what's the my object will be vanished right here. Okay, and no scene is like here. Okay, this is wipeout. This is mainly used for hiding something in your drawing. If you don't want to need to show others for this part, then you can what you do, just use the wipeout in keys of this part. Okay. Then how can we use the wipeout all parts? Just use the word WIP OUT is the shortcut of wipeout. Click on wipeout right here and select where first point, second point, straight point, any points you can select here. Suppose here you can want to select this type of wipeout also. You can click this wipe type of wipeout also and then hit enter. Then first will happen here we show this thing only, and then other parts will be not shown. When we cursor move on this part, then you can will be appear. Okay. If you don't want to show this the line of this wipeout, then you can also vanish this line. How can we vanish then? Just click on the wipeout, and then here we have the frame option. Okay, and then center for frame, and then click on the FN and then click on off. Then what will happen? My frame is not visible right now, and then this is perfectly vanished right here. Okay, and then this will be hide out. Okay, hide your object. Any parts of the object, any section of the object, you can hide by use of the wipeout. Okay, that's clear. One thing also you do. Suppose here you can use a rectangle REC enter, and then if you want to hide out this thing, and then here I put here inside the rectangle. Okay, but I want to make is a wipeout. Then how can we do that? For this fee, you can use the wipeout, and inside the wipeout, we have the option is polyline. P enter for polyline, and select your polyline first, okay, and then hit the enter. Okay, what will happen? Yeah, your object is not deleted, but your object will be vanished. Okay, well, also say this wipeout. Okay, but your object is hardware. If you want to move this part, okay, then this object will be shown. Okay, but here I use a wipeout right here. That's why my object will be not there. That's clear. This is use of the wipeout for wiping some path, something, and then if you want to not see to others to this part of this portion I don't want to see of others, then you can use the wipeout for this purpose, right? Okay. Come to the next part is here is your revision cloud. Okay. Revision cloud is used for it is used to highlight the area of the drawing by marking. Okay, this is mainly used for the marking purpose. But you can also use for the making of cloud shape. Okay, clouding shape. How can we do this revision cloud? In this portion, we come to the draw section. Here we have the last option of the revision cloud here. Then what we do? Just click here. We have the three types of revision cloud is rectangular, polygonal, and freehand. Okay. First of all, come to the path is rectangular type of revision cloud. If you want to hide out the any option, just click on it, and this is your revision cloud, right? Okay, and then I mark it. Okay, revision cloud is mainly used for the marking purpose. Okay, remember this. This is the only mainly used for marking purpose, and all. Or if you want to do, so you can create your cloud options also. Okay, if you want to create cloud things, then you can also use the this type of thing also. Okay, and in this case, how to write here? So this is my rectangle. Rectangle is only use first corner to next corner. Okay, by use of the rectangle over here. And then next one is your polygonal. Polygonal is generally used for right here. Suppose you have to use this thing and then wants to multiple points. Okay, and this will use the polygon right here. Okay, and then hit the enter. Then this is the polygonal tab. How many times you can want, then you can create it. Okay, and the next one is your freehand type. Freehand type is mainly used for freehand. You can cursor this line. Okay, suppose you can hide this way. Okay, and then you wants to write it. Then what to do? Just freehand you can move on, and then after that this close automatically. This will be completed. Okay, and division count is mainly used for the if you make something okay in your drawing and then 2D drawing and some who have an error, then what your senior do? Just use the revision column and mark it and then show that this is your done as a wrong thing in this part in this portion. Okay, just remove this marking and then show out this problem. Okay, this is called revision column. That's clear. समझ में आ गया सभी को? What is the revision clause and the other things? Yes or no? सभी को क्लियर है? समझ में आ गया अभी सबको? हाँ या ना? आ गया? ठीक है, तो इसके आगे चलते हैं फिर। अगर आपको यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया तो हम कुछ ड्राफ्टिंग सेटिंग्स के बारे में पढ़ लेते हैं, बाद में ऑब्जेक्ट प्रॉपर्टीज पढ़ेंगे। ओके, कम टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज योर ड्राफ्टिंग सेटिंग राइट हियर। ड्राफ्टिंग सेटिंग जो है वो आपको यहाँ मिलेगा, ठीक। एंड shortcut of drafting setting is DS. Okay, DS is a shortcut of drafting setting. Just right here the DS and then hit the enter. Then what you got here? Here we got the drafting setting. Okay, here we have the all option: snap grade, follow tracking, object snap, 3D snapping, dynamic mode, input, quick properties. All the options will be come here. Okay, by use of this way you can use the drafting set, right? Okay. So come to the first part of the drafting setting is your gate mode. Gate mode already I talk about this gate mode. Is F7 is your shortcut of gate mode. you want to off the gate mode, just F7 you click in, and then you want to on the gate mode, just click on the F7. Okay, and then also click on this part, right? On off or on off, and then also this option will come here. It's in the drafting setting option also. This is center, and then here snap and gate. Here we have the gate mode, right? You can click on and off. Okay, and then also this is your spacing. How many spacing you do? 10 to 10 spacing. Which one 10 to 10 spacing are there? This one. Okay. Here you showed it here, this line. This is your 10 to 10 spacing. Okay. If you use the L enter and then suppose here I put here and then use the 10. This is 10. This is here in this part is 10 and in this portion is your 10. Okay. And this is purchase also a trend. Okay, this is a 10 to 10 option, okay, where you have to use the gate. You want to increase the size, also you can increase this here. But right here is suppose you want to write here is the gate option is your 20 to 20, then right here is a 20 and then 20. Okay, and then click on OK. Here what's happen? Your size will be increased right now. Okay, your gate size you increases. As your choice, what's your size? But by default, this size is 10 by 10, and then I want to do same as this, like in your system. Okay, okay. No need to uh, enter your this part. Clear? Next one is the option is your snap and gate mode. Here we have the snap mode. Okay, this is F snap mode, and F9 is a snap mode. What if I open on this snap mode? Right here is the F9, and then on this snap mode, what will happen? When your snap mode is on, then if you take a cursor, I'll enter, and then what will happen? My cursor is always move on the corner points of the grid. Okay, my cursor always points on the corner points of the grid, not other points, right? If you on the grid mode, okay, sorry, snap mode, what's happened? My option is snapping on the grid only. If you close this, then my line is goes anywhere. Okay, and this will be happen. Okay, if you own this gate, then what will happen? My every each and corner we can select the corner points. Okay, this is will be snap mode. Okay, so this I think this is so I think this is not necessary. If you need to create your object on behalf of grid, then you can need this snap mode. If you don't need to create your object on behalf of the grid, then you don't need to own this snap mode. Just off it. Okay. Okay. If you need to create on behalf of grid points, okay. Sometimes you need to create exact point to taken by use of the grid lights, then you can use the snap mode of this part. Okay. But I don't need it here, then I can off it. Okay. That's clear. Okay. Yes. Yes, entry. This is simple snap and grid mode, right? Next one is your other option is your what's the other option is your auto mode. Auto mode I already told you for making straight line, okay, at the 90-degree angle, right? Auto mode I already told making straight line at the 90-degree angle, right? And the next one is your auto mode is F10, and the next one is your polar tracking. Polar tracking is F10, okay? Okay, polar tracking I already told you one option always open, okay? If you're auto mode, either polar tracking, okay? And in the inside the polar tracking, I select the angle, right? Okay. Suppose what if I want to make this line, this portion at the angle of suppose is 19-degree. I can make it or not? Because I don't have a 19-degree option right here. Is it a 15-degree and after that we got a 21-degree, 30-degree. Wow, I can't find out here is a 19-degree. How can we do that? Make the line in form of 19-degree when I can't find out this portion. Okay. Have you any idea? For this way, if you have the specific angle for the creating here, okay, then what you do? For this way, you can have a one thing also. In DS option, you can go to the drafting setting. Okay. Here we have the polar tracking right here. And then other one is you also goes to there, click on the tracking setting right here. At last, click on the tracking setting, and then what you do? Here we have the option for on along with how many angles are there. But we have also a option of additional angles, and then yeah, additional angle we have a 21 right here, because that's why 21 will be taken. Okay, but in this case we have not the ever 21. I delete this angle and then I use a new angle, and this is my 19. I want to create the line in 19 degrees. Okay, then what you do, just use this as 19 and then click on OK, and then we can add enter every time. What will happen? And in case this is my 50, and after this gets a 19. At this portion we got 19 angle. Okay, if you know have the specific angle, want to a specific angle, any of the angle, and then you don't want to find here, then what you do, go to the tracking setting, and then also you can add this additional angles here. Okay, and then after this you have to find out tracking line, follow tracking line of this part of the angle. That's clear? Okay, by use of this way you can make this thing. Got it? Dynamic input also, already I told about this dynamic input, because dynamic input is same as for the input the value right here, DS enter for this part. Okay, and then here we have the dynamic input option. Okay, if you want to increase the size of the cursor, go to the setting properties, and then here we can increase the size of cursor also. And then if you want to show the one dimension, two dimension, any of option you can want to create this way. Okay, and then if you want to increase the size of this cursor, then increase your size. If you want to change the colors, if we click on the colors option, you can want to transparency option, you can apply the transparency option. Okay, but by default values is sufficient, so that's why we don't need it to insert this option. Okay, next one is important to you is your object snap and object snap tracking. I already told about the object snap and object snap tracking, but here I told this thing by in brief. Okay, the thing okay, uh, so this okay, because in the next of the your example in your drawing, okay, workbook is your on behalf of object snap and object snap tracking. Okay, got it? So come this part is here. If you want to of this part, then it's I create a line here, and then I want to find out the endpoints. Okay, then I can't find out here is the endpoint. Why? Because I can't snap your object. But if you enter, if you own this portion only, object snap, then you got the points, right? You got the points. But if you want to make a line at straight, okay, make a line of the straight, and then if you want to other thing, suppose here I want to do one thing. If we here we got the all the points right here, is the center point is your end points, and then in this case of the data, suppose you have the circle. Okay, suppose you have the rectangle. Okay, and then if you want to say this is right here, is your anything you were right here, you can trace the quadrant points, you can trace the center points, you can trace the end for midpoints, end points, and geometric center. All the points will be shown here. But what happens when you just off it? If you don't have some option is not working about right here, then what will happen? you, you can't find out your center points, midpoints. Okay, just remember this, all the points of this part is your own. Okay, all the points of this part is your own in this case, right? Okay. If here open also you can object snap setting, goes to the object snap setting, and then here you show there here your object snap is all the paths are be open. Okay, just check it. Okay, for the marking the tangent line, you want to show the tangent line, extension line, coordinates, coordinate line, all the option will be appear, and then this will be a snapping mode. Okay, and the next one is yours is here also object snap tracking. Object snap tracking is mainly used for, suppose I have a line. Okay, suppose I have a line this portion and then this portion, and then I want to make a circle here where both line are intersect. Okay, one thing what you do, one thing you can do is just find out to extend this line and then go to this. But I want to also snap it. Okay, and how can we snap this? Okay, here we got the snap, but this snap mode is always work as like when we open this option. Okay, okay, open this option, this will be work, and then what will happen? this your intersect point of these points, okay? And then I find out this way, and then click on this way, and then right here is your circle. Any object if you want to make here, then you can use by the snapping mode, okay? Both option are will be open, okay? For the find out the object, any object portion of the snapping options, then you can use these object snap. And if you want to on behalf of the object making something, then object snap tracking mode is open. That's why we can track your object parts, right? And points right here. Suppose I make this line and then I don't know about the length here. Okay, then what you do, just click on this thing, not a click here, just cursor is move on, and then what will happen? Your straight line will be tracked, trace, and then here you got this line. Okay, and then by on behalf of this way, you can make things as fastly, right? Okay, so make things as fast way by use of this mode, and that's why we at the start of the class I open this mode. Okay, but in this class I also explain it why we this is important and then how can we use it. Just clear? समझ में आया कैसे हम ऑब्जेक्ट स्नैप का यूज कर सकते हैं? ओके, ट्रेस करके हम कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट कहीं पे भी बना सकते हैं विदाउट एक्सटेंड योर लाइन. मुझे जरूरत नहीं है लाइन को एक्सटेंड करने की या किसी की, क्योंकि मुझे जरूरत भी नहीं है, मुझे करना भी नहीं है उसे. अगर उस पॉइंट तक मुझे कुछ ना कुछ बनाना है तो उसके केस में आप इसका यूज कर सकते हो. क्लियर? Okay, next one option is yours here is your quick properties. अब quick properties क्या है? What is quick properties? Quick properties option is you find out here. This is the option of the quick properties mode, okay? And then also the drafting setting find out your quick property DS enter, and then here you got the quick properties option. And just if you want to quick properties, here we have the shortcut Control Shift and P. Okay, click on display quick properties here, okay, and then click on OK. Then if you come to path, select any option, then what will happen? Here we have that this type of window will become, this is your called a quick properties. And so is this is my line. What the color you can use this here? You can also change the color right here. Okay. Okay, you can change the line type. Okay, you can change the line type here, and then you can change the layer type. Okay, and then here you have to find out this length also. Here we show the length, how the length of this part. Okay, if you want to show this part, okay, suppose you want to show the circle, here we select the circle, and then what you go here, here we got the value of the circle of the curve, line type, center to x-axis value, center to y-axis value, radius, what the radius is, what the diameter is, what the circumference value is, what the area value is. Okay, all the calculation will be made here. Okay, that's clear? By use of this way, you can create this. Okay, and then if you close this way, I can also close it and then deselect it. And then when we select this part here, we show this is a polyline, and this is closed or not, this is will be shows. Okay, and then if you want to show editing right here, just suppose here I select this point, then here what you show revision cloud, anything you create here, this will be showed. Suppose here I select this is polyline. Okay, if you select this part, okay, suppose here I select this, here you also select the polyline, and then here it will globally it is 12.5, right? Okay, if you want to select any of this portion, okay, and then select suppose your points, then what you do, and then click on the points, then what you show, this is show the points only. Okay, any points, any object portion you want to display your quick properties right here, then you can just click on this option and then you go options right here. Okay, if you have the multiple option, then select this option, then you can show the how many options are there. Line is 10, circle is 1, polyline is 1. Okay, this is simple quick properties. If you find out the quick properties, you got the quick properties right here. That's clear? Simple. If you want this quick properties, then you got the quick properties. If you select any object, you got quick properties will be appear. Okay, if you select other options, if you are off this portion, and then what will happen, you select it, then no other option, no properties will be shown here. Okay, if you want to show that, then you can use the quick properties also. Correct? Okay, good. Then come to the next part is your selection cycle. What's the selection cycle is this? DS enter, and inside the DS drafting setting, here we have the selection of cycle of the last option is my selection cycle. Okay, and then selection cycle is the eye of this part. Okay, if you allow selection cycle, just click on the selection cycle option. Okay, then selection cycle will be on. Okay, and then click on OK. Where is the selection cycle find out here? Here we have the selection cycle also option also there. Okay, if don't find out here, just click on this T portion and then you find out every options in this part. Okay, and then search is the selection cycle, where the selection cycle is. Uh, 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 yeah, here we have the find out the selection cycle. If you uncheck this, just check this out. Then here we have the option right here, right? Okay, what the selection cycle is mainly used for? Suppose I off the selection cycle and suppose I make a line here to this portion to center portion. Okay, and then if you I want to select here, then what will happen? Only select this line, but not select this line. Okay, in between line. For the overlapping object, for selecting the overlapping object, and I can't select it for overlapping object, then what you do, just use the selection cycle for this part. Okay, just open your selection cycle first. We go to the drafting setting and then click on the selection cycle and allow the selection cycle, and then click on the OK. And then if you want to click on this part, then what will happen? Here is asked which one line is want to selected selection. Okay, is your line to small line and then is your line to second line. Okay, when we click on this line, then what will happen? Here we just select this line. Okay, not our line, and this line will be remain here. Okay, this is mostly used for selecting the overlapping object. Correct? Okay, this is your selection cycle. That's clear, all of you? सभी को समझ में आया व्हाट इज द सिलेक्शन साइकिल? ओके, तो बाकी चीजें जो आपके पास है ड्राफ्टिंग सेटिंग से रिगार्डिंग, वो सारे ऑब्जेक्ट्स आप कंप्लीट कर लेना। जो टूल से रिगार्डिंग जितने भी टूल्स, जितने भी एक्सरसाइजेस है, वो आप सभी यहाँ पे क्या करोगे? कंप्लीट करोगे। ओके, एनी डाउट, एनी क्वेश्चन? कोई क्वेश्चन है आप लोगों को?